Hey everybody, welcome back to Kirby Triple Deluxe. In this part, we're doing World 4, which is Wild World. No, not Animal Crossing Wild World. Why are you playing the Animal Crossing game from 2004? New Leaf is out. Go play that instead, please. Thank you.
Not even a mention to City Folk.
City Folk is just bizarre. Like, I do have some nostalgia for that one because that was the first Animal Crossing game I played. But I don't know. It's just the city just kind of didn't really feel like it needed to be a super special thing because it's like one block large and there's nothing to do in there. So yeah, I don't know.
Like most game cities.
Yeah, pretty much, really.
Dun, 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 dun.
Man, whenever I see a Jungle Ruins level in a platformer, I just suddenly want to play Pitfall on the Sega Genesis.
Was that the good Pitfall game?
Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure, pretty standard side-scrolling platformer.
Okay,
nice looking graphically, nothing too special about it though.
Okay, because isn't there like one? I know that there's like the original Atari Pitfall, and then there's Super Pitfall, which is apparently terrible. But isn't there like one Pitfall game that's supposedly really, really good? Or am I just hearing?
It might actually be Mayan Adventure that people think of as the good one. I know it's probably not Pitfall 3D, although I have a soft spot for that game, because Pitfall 3D is another one of those weird, we're still trying to figure out 3D platforming examples.
Ah, okay. Why is 8 tons? Like, why 8? It's such a... I mean, granted, that's still heavy. That's 1,600 pounds. That's like an 18-wheeler, but...
7...
Also, Pitfall 3D is, like, oppressively 90s.
Oh, like, radical! Oh, man, gnarly, dude. I'm gonna ride on my skateboard with my hat backwards.
Like,
8 tons is still fucking heavy.
Your protagonist is a 90s action snarker who's, going to rescue the damsel in distress and is incredibly self-aware of how stupid this is and just goes with it.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Oh, so he's Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, got it.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, okay, you know what? Actually, I remember this is one of the most annoying stages from playing in DDD mode, but I don't remember why it's one of the most annoying stages when playing in DDD.
This is the vertical climb at the end?
Maybe, I think. I don't... Oh, you want to know what it is? It's getting this goddamn key. Because, okay, so in DDD mode, there aren't any sunstones to get. Basically, puzzles that you would be doing to get sunstones usually either lead to, like, 1-ups, or they lead to warps that send you through the level faster. Like, they're shortcuts, basically. Because DDD Tour mode has a timer, and it's all about, like, getting through as fast as possible and whatnot. But yeah, so trying to get that's really annoying because you don't have. They're expected to use the Beetle Powers dash to get that. It has its own name. I don't remember what it is, but the guy with the key. You're supposed to use the Beetle's dash attack to get it. DDD doesn't have a dash attack, so you're expected to use his hammer throw ability, but there's a delay on the hammer throw ability. So trying to line it up and aim it without the thing going behind the tree is really, really annoying. And yeah, I actually haven't played DDD Tour, I think probably in, oh god, like a year and a half, 2 years. Because the last time I played it was for the Nintendo-thon, I actually believe. So, yeah, it's still a fun mode, but I think if there's one area where Robobot is just unquestionably an improvement over Triple Deluxe, it would be the extra playable character mode, because Meta Nightmare Returns, I believe is what that one's called, is just unquestionably better than DDD Tour. It's more fun, it's faster, Meta Knight has a better moveset, and also the last level in DDD Tour takes like half of the playthrough, and there isn't as weird pacing in Meta Knight mode. So, you know, I generally prefer Triple Deluxe to Robobot, but if I were going to play either DDD Tour or Meta Nightmare Returns, I would go with Meta Nightmare. So, you know, the game has that going for it, I suppose. Not that DDD Tour is bad inherently. It's just I prefer one to the other, obviously. I always feel like it's frustrating feeling like you have to establish that every time you make a comment about something. It's just like, this is slightly annoying. Oh, so you hate it. No. It's slightly annoying.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about kids making that sort of generalization.
Oh, no, it's not just kids. Some adults make it too.
We're at the 3-point scale of reviewing.
Yeah.
I thought it was 4 points ago.
No, it's 3.
It's 3 now? Jesus.
Yeah, it's either average, amazing, or it sucks.
No, it's either good or bad.
Then what's the third point?
What happens if I don't like it?
Dennis.
Dennis?
That's why you give it a good.
Everybody knows that the best score that a game can get is a 10. So anything below 9.5 is just not worth playing.
9.9.
9.9? Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Man,
It's not 10.
standards have really dropped since my day. You know, actually, I remember back like in the mid 2000s and earlier, you would almost never see 10s from most of the standard reviewing websites like IGN and GameSpot. Like usually the most you would see is a 9.5. I feel like 10s are becoming more common. And I mean, granted, that's fine, and numerical scores aren't necessarily, you know, it's not like, oh, you can never, a 10 doesn't necessarily mean perfect, but I feel like, I don't know, that's why I prefer most scales that either don't have a number or just reviews that don't have a scale at all, you know? Like if you're, I'm trying to think of an example, like some review scales are just like, it's good, it's great, you know, you should definitely play it or whatever.
It's good. It's good.
That's
It's
basically
good.
what the scales exist for, so people can have an at-a-glance idea of what a reviewer thinks without actually spending the time to find out what a reviewer thinks.
Yeah, but then you got some people like Mr. Some Call Me who make you watch the whole thing without even giving a score. You rip off?
Yeah.
Oh, John, no, this is where you're supposed to be all offended for the joke to work. Now what are we gonna do? The joke doesn't work anymore.
Do I look like I have a Tumblr account?
I don't know, I can't look at you at the moment. We're over Skype. Okay, so one thing that's bizarre about this part of the game, which, I mean, doesn't really have anything to do with anything, but you're clearly in waterfalls at that point, where the current is pushing you down. But if you puff up before you go into them, you will float upwards, even though the current's pushing you down. So I have to wonder how frickin' dense the air pressure is inside Kirby when he's puffballing. Also, kill that guy. It makes the boss fight a lot less annoying. Also,
Just hide underneath and poke him with the stick.
yep. I believe
You can't.
Essentially, the Shungo Shot guy from Yoshi's Island.
Or you can be
Not
like
more.
me and accidentally spit your power back into him instead of sucking it back up and have to fight him the normal way. Like a scrub.
You like a challenge.
No, Ted. You can't suck up
First.
bosses.
Oh, you missed.
Going powerless in a boss fight gets you all the bitches. And then you suck her up too and get her power.
I thought it was the girls that were supposed to be doing the sucking.
I like how you get a 90s hat
Not
and the
necessarily,
power
Ted.
that's attached to it is the spin dash.
Yeah, it's 2017, Ted. Where you been?
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm sorry. Shame on me. But yeah, I can't. Ryan, was Wheel in Superstar?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Because Superstar was the first game to give the Kirby series like the hats, which is like one of the things about the power-ups that is most like synonymous with Kirby. It's just like, oh, he gets a power and he wears a get up there. Okay, there we go. Like, although it's probably more Smash Brothers that makes the hats famous than Superstar, but whatever. So before that, Kirby was just kind of like the same sprite, and then you would just do the power. So it was probably, since Superstar came out in like '96, it probably was like, oh man, we're gonna give him a backwards baseball cap. It's so cool in '90s. So Yeah, it probably was. Although, come on, you can make it. Yeah, there we go. Nailed it. Would it have been faster to go all the way around? Probably. Do I care? No.
Now enjoy your underwater sunstone and watermelon.
Ah, get it? It's watermelon because it's underwater. Yeah. Now the game wants
This
you
is
to
super
go.
watermelon.
The game wants you to go into the goal post. It's a trap. Secret passage.
'Twas a deceptive ruse.
Yeah. This is another one of those ones that took me a really long time to find. I believe I did have to look up a guide to find some of the keychains because they're pretty devious. Like you can see in the top left of the screen. Well, you can't see it anymore, but you could see that there was like a little like kind of crack in the
Hole
wall.
in the wall.
Kirby
Yeah.
does that occasionally, so eventually you do learn to look for it, but it's if you don't know to look for it, it's sometimes pretty subtle. Yeah, you generally either but once you get used to the timing of the cannon, you generally only get 3 results, 7, 2, or 1. And that's either you get the timing right, you're too early, or you're too late. That's it.
Oh, that's kind of generally how it works, yes.
Yeah, but it's just like you'll never get like 3, for instance, because that's like you being a whole second off. Whee!
Evil bench.
Don't go inside me. Nah, it's awkward now.
I know I mentioned this earlier, but I love the music for this area. I believe the track is called "Reflected Laughter." It's amazing. The granted Kirby soundtracks are always great, but this is one of my favorite themes. Like I think part of what makes it like that is that most haunted house levels tend to be very stock, and this isn't the most original haunted house level, but it's got just enough of a tweak on the aesthetic with the kind of circusy elements that it makes it memorable enough to me, I suppose. Although part of why I like Kirby in general is that it's never quite as standard as grass level, desert level, etc., etc. I mean, you always do have those tropes, obviously, but they play with
Oh
them a
yeah,
little more.
Crash.
No. Well, okay. Well, Kirby's got the Crash power-up. Where's the Spyro power-up, huh?
And he just wasted it on 3 ghosts.
Well, there's really nowhere else to use it in this level. Like, I don't think there's even a mini-boss. So...
But you hold on to that shit as long as you can.
Then what's the point of even having it? At that point, it's making the level harder, because not only do you not have your power-up, you can't even suck things up
It's the Mega Elixir mentality.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
It's like... John, it's kind of like a Mega Elixir that keeps you, as long as you have it, you can't even use normal potions. If that makes sense.
It's like trying to save a limit break in Final Fantasy VII where you can't use the attack command.
Yeah, kind of, actually.
But you're just dumb.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think. Well, like, you don't always just want to use the limit break right when you get it. Like, sometimes you want to...
If you want Meteor Rain before the fight with Rufus and Midgar, you do.
Now, one of the
And
things
yes, I did do that once, and only once, and I hated myself.
one of the things that I would learn to do in the late game of Final Fantasy VII is equip whoever I want to save a limit break from with the dark side materia, which does I think it's dark side, the one that basically does a critical hit attack.
Deathblow.
Deathblow, that's the one. Deathblow.
I was hoping to go shoot a Mega Beams.
I'm sorry. Dark Side is what it's called in Final Fantasy VIII, and it's essentially a Dark Knight attack in that game.
You
But
see,
yeah.
I only ever played Final Fantasy VII once, and it was actually a year ago, almost exactly, because it was the first game of 2016 that I played. So, like, I remember some things, but a lot of the specific gameplay stuff is, like, gone. Like, I actually tried to use Kate Sith in my playthrough, and it actually didn't end up terrible. I mean, like he got his limit break like every 5 seconds by the end of the game, so that was helpful.
That is a key advantage to the dice maneuver, is that it's a level 1 limit break, so it will trigger very quickly in the late game.
Yeah, but I also the one thing I think I will remember the most from my Final Fantasy VII playthrough is I didn't really understand how the final boss was supposed to work. They were like, okay, separate your team into 3. You separate your characters into 2 teams, and I'm like, okay. So I made my team 1 Cloud, Kate Sith, and Red 13, and I didn't know that was the team you were going to bring into the final fight with Sephiroth. So yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know why Vincent, Yuffie, and Tifa were just kind of sitting in the corner, not helping during that fight. But
it's
whatever.
because your performance in the fight against Genova actually determines how many teams you fight the second phase with.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Which I never understood the correlation.
Wait, you can have more than 2 teams?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Really?
You can also just have 1 team, depending if you do particularly bad.
But you gotta really take a long ass time for that to happen.
Yeah.
Wait, what? So
Yeah, I don't remember if it's time based.
Time based and based on what you destroy in the fight,
Maybe.
I think.
So you're telling me
Number
that
of
Sid and Barrett didn't just have to sit out in the sidelines, not doing anything
Yeah,
the entire time?
Yeah. 'Cause saving the world's hard.
Yeah, you
Gotta take your beauty rest.
if you get the 3-team version of the fight, basically everyone does something.
Oh.
It
okay.
also makes it more obvious that the center party is going to be the one fighting Sephiroth, because they're the ones who are attacking
the
directly
important
from
ones.
the front,
Yeah.
whereas
Okay,
the others fight from the sides.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I wish the game told me about it, but it's pretty cool, I think.
The Final Fantasy VII's final boss has some pretty neato concepts. It's just that it's a little too easy if you've done any minor amount of grinding at any point in the game.
Or if you visit the Kalinka.
There's also the fact that the thing about the final area of Final Fantasy VII that was annoying to me is that you only had 1 save point and you carried it with you, so I didn't know when I was supposed to use it.
The end. At the end of the dungeon, that's when you use it.
Yeah, but I couldn't tell when the end of the dungeon was because that dungeon was weird.
In the middle of the Sephiroth boss battle, you just, what are you doing? I'm placing a save crystal. It's not the time.
And it's gone! How did he do it?
It's behind your ear.
So here, this is what I like to call the Nintendo game reference section. Because, oh, look, it's Luigi's Mansion. The ghost is in a jar. Ooh.
Jarvis, yeah.
Isn't that, who's the guy in the portrait in the left? Isn't he the guy from Return of the Dream?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he
Magamore.
is. You mean Manic Depressant Luigi.
And then there's also a Taranza in the portrait right to the top right of the piano.
Oh, I thought that was Sakurai's cat.
Oh no, that's Pokemon Stadium 2.
Well, it doesn't mean it has to be on only one game.
Oh no, Phantom Ganon! Oh man, this boss fight was annoying. Actually,
Phantom Ganon if he attacked you with the painting.
oh, so Yuga. Okay.
No, like with the painting, like a physical painting, like he just whacked
Yeah,
you.
in
Goddamn steel chair.
Hyrule Warriors Legends, if you play as Yuga, he
Flashbacks! Flashbacks!
that piano is not scary. This one's scarier. It's got a tongue, man.
It is when you're 6.
Yeah, but
Everything is scary when you're 6.
John, in Hyrule Warriors Legends, if you play as Yuga, he literally swings the painting around and whacks people with it.
Jesus.
He's actually one of the better characters in the game too. So, yeah. Yay! I won.
Woo.
Oh man, no! Now it's awkward. Now we've got 30 seconds of the part left. No.
Well, that's a guaranteed one.
Yeah. Get 0. What?
Yeah, -1.
I'm actually curious in terms of speedrunning what the fastest one to get is. Like
7.
7, because you get there faster.
Yeah, but you also shoot slower. Like you move more slowly.
It's the least distance travel, then you don't gonna get the least dropped on you, so.
And you also get the shorter dance.
Oh yeah, that's well. You only get the long dance if you land on 1. for 2 through 7, you get the short dance where it's just the
Well, it's still shorter than 1, so.
Yeah.
yeah.